the turntable. So how can this 21st century version of an old school technology sound better than digital downloads? 240 precision-built parts work in unison. 2 interlocking zinc alloy spinning platters are perfectly balanced for maximum stability. An ultra-tough diamond-tipped stylus glides through the vinyl's 1/3 of a mile-long groove. An optical sensor ensures the motor spins the turntable with pinpoint accuracy at 33 1/3 revolutions per minute. These components combine to produce the ultimate sound experience. The turntable recreates the magic of the recording studio in the living room. But records suffer from one tune-destroying drawback: they skip. The secret to a stylus that never bounces lies in the way that workers in this Scottish factory build the arm that holds it.
It's a precise process, and you have to take your time and care.
Graham's job is to hand-build the arm.
If it's assembled correctly, then it will follow the groove properly and pick up the information that's in the groove.
The arm must guide the stylus as it rides the record's groove. So Graham fits 2 bearings into position. One bearing lets the arm pivot up and down. The other lets it swing from left to right.
The bearings will allow the tone arm to move smoothly up and down the actual arm assembly itself, so the head and the stylus can follow the groove more accurately.
Graham tightens a nut to stiffen the bearing. This way, the arm swings just enough for the stylus to travel down the record's groove smoothly. Graham then uses a stethoscope to check the arm swings in absolute silence.
I'm listening for a small tapping noise. If we don't hear any noise, the bearings are well adjusted and moving correctly. This one sounds good.
The stylus follows the record's groove with extreme precision. But what transforms the tiny bumps and valleys on the plastic into music? A pure carbon stylus navigates the tiny fluctuations in the vinyl's groove. The stylus sits on the end of a cantilevered arm that vibrates a super light miniature copper coil back and forth. As the coil moves between 2 magnets, it generates an electric current. The current drives a mini amplifier and both of the speakers to create that classic vinyl sound. The stylus can reproduce music exactly as it is played in the studio. That's as long as the record spins at a constant speed, without any wobbles. The secret to keeping the turntable's platter spinning straight is the way that workers put it together.
The inner platter is a casting that's been machined to very high tolerance using diamond tools to get a very good finish. The spindle is press-fitted into that part.
David works as an audio development engineer. His goal is perfect sound reproduction. The spindle must be in the exact center of the platter. If it isn't, the platter will wobble as it spins.
We're going to be measuring the flatness of the inner platter to make sure that we'll remain flat and not give a huge wobble, which would give us speed instability. If we change the speed, the pitch of an instrument on the vinyl will change. If it's unstable and it's wavering, then you will hear that note waver.
If David doesn't get the platter dead level, he'll have to trash the $500 part and start again. The turntable must spin records dead level to produce top quality sound. David uses a sprung dial to record how much a needle moves up and down as the platter spins.
So we get it touching, and then if there's a bit of a spin, So the fact that we're within 0.01 of a millimeter shows you how little it's actually moving on that surface as it's rotating. So we're good to use that part.
Workers build the turntable to spin flat. But as music booms out from the speakers, the vibrations can rattle the record and distort its sound. So engineers construct the turntable in an ingenious way. A stainless steel plate that holds the motor attaches to a super rigid 1/10 of an inch thick aluminum platform. 3 tightly wound springs act as shock absorbers to isolate the turntable from vibration. The zinc alloy platter rotates on a lubricated single-point bearing to cut friction as it spins. So even dancing feet won't make this record jump as it plays uninterrupted music all night long. A wobble on the platter isn't the only way the deck can spin at the wrong speed. The motor can miss a beat too. The key to the turntable's constant speed is the way that Gordon assembles its electronics.
On this side, you can see an optical sensor. This optical sensor will measure the speed that the turntable is turning at.
The optical sensor monitors the progress of a mark on the platter edge. The sensor keeps the platter spinning at 33 1/3 revolutions per minute.
The optical sensor measures the time it takes that mark to come around, thereby calculating the speed that the turntable is turning at. The speed will be changed accordingly to keep the speed of the turntable and platter constant.
The machine installs over 40 components a minute. It positions all 600 components onto the circuit board in a quarter of an hour.
So this is the printed circuit board before it's been populated with all the components, and this is the fully populated circuit board itself, complete.
Workers hand-build each turntable so these smart design innovations can perform to the max. Thanks to the dedication of the craftsmen and engineers who make these turntables, they produce a sound that rivals anything the digital age has to offer.